Hi, this is Ross from VSI. In this video we're going to be looking at the change calendar within Change Manager. Now this is a really useful feature if you're looking to formalize your change management process. Perhaps you've taken on ITIL change management process, and if you have, this gives you a really good framework to store that documentation to to make sure that your chances of a successful change are maximised through having the appropriate documentation and formality around the change. Now select Change Calendar. It brings up a calendar for us so we can grab a date. In this example we're going to schedule a change for Saturday the 10th. So double click on that date and it brings up a blank form for us. Now in the Details tab here, at the top we've got the service request category, so that can be an emergency change, incident or problem that we're resolving. It can be a regular service request, it can be a planned release or maintenance, and in this case I've chosen planned release because we are going to upgrade a VI or a messaging. So that's the title of the change. That title is important because that's what will show on the calendar, and that's what the change will show as being under from here on out. As far as the date and time goes, the window of time we need, because we selected Saturday, it's given us an all-day event from midnight to midnight effectively. And I'll just click on the little clock here and we'll adjust that because it's only going to take us an hour. So we then set up the change window 2300 2359. And now the coverage of the change. If this change is going to affect everything under the New Zealand appliance, I would tick that. When I expand the box you can see that it's every application, every server, but in fact it's not. This is not a global change, it's just a change to a VIA or a messaging. So I'll select that on the box. Now you can see how many servers, applications, devices this customer has under management there, just affecting the a VIA or a messaging. Now that's really important, this application in conjunction with the change window, because what that's going to do is it's going to affect the way that Availability Manager works. So for the period of that change, 2300 to 2359 on the 10th of December, any alarms that come in from the Avaya or a messaging platform there, the one that we selected, they're going to be suppressed. So we're not unnecessarily getting people out of bed for no reason. Now I'll work my way through the tabs here, so into the change details. You can see, and I'll just fill this with a bit of nonsense, you can see the regular areas there that would be required under a formal change management process are there. We're being prompted for them, so the reason the change, the potential impact, what's our work plan. So this demonstrates that we've thought of things ahead of time for the change approval board, if we're using one. What the backout plan is, so if everything turns to custard, how do we get back to where we were, and importantly down here, how do we test this and what dictates a successful change. And of course we want all these changes to work. We want to have successful changes, and this framework helps guide us towards that. Now under the contacts list, there's the requested by, which of course is me, and then the change management team, so the people actually doing the work. So in this case Andrew will be out there doing the change, and he'll be working on the customer side with Dave. So that's the people actually doing the change, and this section down here is the change approval board, or those, if you don't necessarily have a formal board, change board, it's the people that have approved the change from a business perspective, I guess. So from the business partner, that might be a service delivery manager, very common, and Betty's a service delivery manager. And then on the customer side, it defaults to me because I'm the one requesting the change, or it could equally be anyone else at the customer. So maybe we select Dave for that as well there. Now last tab, the document tab. If we've got any formal documents we want to attach to this, and I do, because the test plan is too big to fit into those fields. There's quite a few steps that we're going to be running as far as the acceptance and test plan goes. So I'm going to attach that document there, which is the formal test plan to this type of work. You can see there we're going to attach as many documents as we like to it. Back to the details page, and the last form I like to fill in is the additional notes field. Now that is mandatory, and it's designed to capture anything that's important that didn't necessarily fit into the other areas that we've already completed. So now one last check there, and we're ready to proceed with this change request. I just hit the create button down the bottom here. The document that I attached is now being uploaded from my workstation up to the cloud computing application, and you can see our change there has been created, and that name we used, upgrade via oral messaging, is there for Saturday the 10th. Now if you're a business partner, this area here is shared with your customer, so this is about the open sharing of knowledge and so forth. So your customer can come in here and look at work that you have scheduled. They can open that up and see the change window, the application that was affected, all the applications under management, and the other parts of the form that we filled in with the reason for change, the impact, what's our work plan, backout plan, testance and acceptance, so forth. Then further down, the contacts, who was involved in this change, who will actually be doing it, the change, so if someone needs to get hold of someone, it's all there, and the document that we uploaded. So that's all in that shared area, shared with the customer. Now another view of this fits into the service desk area, because of course everything within ITIL kind of interrelates. So when we create a change within change management, we can also see that within the service desk area. So the place to go to in service desk is the files and folders area in here. So we open up files and folders, and we'll see there's been a folder created under change management. So we've got a little plus here so we can expand that, and there's our change sitting in there under files and folders, and the document, and that's our document there. We can click on that and download that if we want to grab a copy of that down onto our local workstation. So all in all, this is as I say, this is a really useful tool for formalizing change management process. It maximizes the opportunity for changes to succeed because it prompts us to think about things in advance. It prompts us to think about why we're making this change, what's being impacted, how we're going to go about making that change, how we'll back out, what constitutes success, and of course all of the contacts, if anyone's involved in that change, all of the contacts, we can see who we need to get hold of. And then finally, the really important thing, if you're on call, these changes can be scheduled, and if that application alarms during the change window, the availability manager will suppress any actions it takes because it's aware that there's going to be some issues potentially caused by that change. So I hope you found this video useful. Any comments, feedback, don't hesitate to talk to your business partner or drop us an email at support@vsi.com. Cheers.